From Ashes to Gold, The Alchemy of Rebirth. Philosophy Spotlight Buddhism. Buddhism teaches that the world is a tapestry of impermanence, a dance of beginnings and endings that never truly cease. In its simplest form, it invites us to observe life with a clear, present-moment mind, to recognize that what we cling to is the very source of suffering. By learning to let go, we open ourselves to transformation, just as a goldsmith melts lead into gold or a phoenix rises from its ashes. Gautama Buddha, born Siddhartha Gautama, walked this path of liberation after leaving a palace of luxury and encountering the realities of old age, sickness, and death. His choice to meditate under the Bodhi tree, to cultivate non-attachment and mindful awareness, demonstrated the core Buddhist principle that desire is the root of suffering. 3 lessons from Buddhism for modern success, motivation, and personal growth. 1. Impermanence as opportunity. Accepting that all states are transient encourages resilience. When a business fails or a relationship ends, we are reminded that a new venture or a fresh connection can emerge. 2. Mindful presence as strategy. Concentrating fully on the task at hand, whether it is designing a product or negotiating a deal, enhances clarity and reduces errors. In everyday life, mindful listening can transform communication. 3. Detachment from outcome, loving the work itself rather than fixating on results, cultivates sustained motivation. When the outcome is surrendered to uncertainty, we free ourselves from anxiety and become more adaptive. These principles echo the theme of transformation. The alchemist does not wish to remain lead forever. The phoenix recognizes the necessity of fire. The mandala creator understands that the intricate pattern can exist only when it is continually rebuilt. By applying Buddhist mindfulness, we learn to navigate the fire, shape the gold, and weave the mandalas of our lives. Chapter 1. Ashes into Insight. In ancient China, the Taoist alchemist Wang Chong revealed a secret to the emperor. He claimed to transmute ordinary metals into gold. While the emperor was skeptical, the alchemist insisted the key lay not in the physical substance, but in the alchemist's own mind, the inner fire. He taught that by purifying thoughts, one could ignite inner transformation before any spark touched the furnace. The modern lesson is this: to truly transform ourselves, we must first ignite the inner fire of intention. Before setting out on a career change, a business strategy, or a personal goal, take a few minutes each morning to visualize the outcome, feeling the excitement of the success you will feel. Let this feeling become the internal flame that fuels every action you take. Example: Maria, a mid-level marketing director, wanted a promotion but felt stuck. She began each day by writing a paragraph that described her ideal role in vivid detail and visualized herself performing those tasks. Within 2 months, her enthusiasm became contagious. She initiated a project that delivered 15% more revenue, and her manager offered her the promotion. Conclusion: the alchemist's inner fire reminds us that before any external material can change, the internal furnace must be lit first. Call to action. If you feel the urge to transform, like this video, share your own inner fire story in the comments, and subscribe so we can explore more alchemical insights together. Reflective question: when was the last time you allowed your mind to ignite before taking action? Chapter 2. The Phoenix Rises. In Persian lore, the simmer guarded a sacred flame that could raise a phoenix from its own ashes. The phoenix's cycle of rebirth was not a mystical trick. It involved deliberate exposure to flames, a cleansing of old feathers, and the absorption of new strength. An ancient Greek physician, Hippocrates, described the body as a furnace that creates new life by eliminating what no longer serves. Today, the phoenix teaches that setbacks are not dead ends, they are the crucible that refines our purpose. When a startup fails or a project stalls, step back, assess the ashes, and intentionally rebuild. Use the lessons learned as fuel, not as a burden, to emerge stronger, with higher quality and better vision. Example: Ethan launched a subscription box for eco-friendly products. After low sales and negative feedback, he studied the product, gathered customer insights, and redesigned his offering with a clear sustainability focus. Launching a revamped version, his new customer acquisition doubled, proving that ashes can feed a new, more vibrant fire. Conclusion: The phoenix insists that true rebirth requires honest assessment, intentional sacrifice, and proactive renewal, not passive waiting. Call to action: share your own phoenix moment. What ashes did you turn into a new beginning? Like, share, and subscribe for more stories of transformation. Reflective question: how can you use your recent setbacks as fuel for your next success? Chapter 3: Mandalas of Impermanence. In Japan's Zen tradition, monks craft sand mandalas, each bead placed with precise intention and then intentionally destroyed after completion. The practice of creating beauty only to witness its inevitable dissolution teaches acceptance of change and the value of mindful presence. The ancient Chinese philosopher Huainan Li also believed that success requires a willingness to let go of patterns that no longer serve. For entrepreneurs and creators, the mandala reminds us to focus on the process, not the permanence. When you build a new product, embrace the iterative cycle of prototyping, feedback, and revision, knowing that no version will last forever, but each iteration adds value. Example: Layla, a designer of educational apps, adopted an instant mandala approach. She sketches a design daily, tests it with a small user group, gathers feedback, and refines it. After 9 iterations, she launched an award-winning app that serves over 1 million students. Her success stemmed from valuing the unfolding process more than a final, static outcome. Conclusion: mandalas show that creation and destruction are intertwined. Embracing impermanence turns each ending into a fresh beginning. Call to action: tell us about a project you approached with the mandala mindset. Comment below, share this video, and subscribe to see more practical wisdom. Reflective question: in what projects am you willing to surrender to the process rather than cling to the final result? Chapter 4: Alchemy of the Mind. Alchemical texts from the 12th century European monk Nicholas of Cusa suggest that personal transformation mirrors the laboratory transmutation of metals. He wrote that just as mercury's fluidity dissolves the hardness of base metals, self-reflection dissolves ego, revealing the soul's true form. Modern cognitive behavioral techniques validate this. Exposing negative thoughts to rational scrutiny turns them into insights. When a leader doubts her competence, practicing self-reflection and reframing challenges into growth opportunities leads to authentic confidence, not just a mask. Example: Jacob, a project manager, feared that any mistake would lead to failure. He began journaling each mistake, noting the triggers, and rewriting the narrative as learning moments. Over weeks, his anxiety decreased, and his team's productivity increased because he handled errors constructively rather than evading them. Conclusion: the mind's alchemy requires the courage to let the base of our ego dissolve, allowing the gold of authentic wisdom to emerge. Call to action: experiment with a 24-hour journaling ritual. Comment with your experience, share this video, and subscribe for more alchemical tools. Reflective question: what base thoughts do you need to dissolve to reveal your true potential? Chapter 5: The Golden Path Together. All 3 alchemical traditions, fire, phoenix, mandala, share a common thread. Transformation is not accidental but intentional, guided by mindfulness, courage, and a clear purpose. The Buddha's teaching that mindfulness is everything in the path anchors this journey. By paying attention to each step, we guide ourselves from lead to gold, from death to rebirth, from stone to shape. When we combine disciplined practices, the alchemist's furnace, purposeful resilience, the phoenix's rise, and mindful presence, the mandala's cycle, we create a holistic framework that transforms not only careers but entire ways of living. Action plan. 1. Start a daily inner fire visualization for 5 minutes. 2. Identify one setback for the week and draft a phoenix-style renewal plan. 3. Treat a small project as a sand mandala. Design, test, iterate, and release. When you commit to these steps, the alchemy of your life unfolds before you, turning fire into gold, death into birth, and thought into action. Call to action. If you found value in this journey, like the video, share your own alchemical story, and subscribe for future explorations of ancient wisdom applied to modern lives. Reflective question: which of the 3 alchemical symbols, fire, phoenix, mandala, resonated most with your current life, and how will you implement its lesson today?